Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Kania Wafdirahma. I'm from State Institute for Islamic Studies Salatiga. I'm student Pasca Sarjana in major Tadris Bahasa Inggris. And today I will uh, tell you about systematic functional linguistic in language education, and I will review a video from the YouTube. So, for the first time, I will tell you about systematic functional linguistic in language education. Okay, applied linguistic study used in context such as the context associated with specialist register. Example is business or academic. Context for language learning, the example is classroom and then study abroad program. And context for language assessment, the example is speaking and writing text. As a result, many of them are interested in linguistic theory that takes into account of contextual dimension of language. Systemic functional linguistic, or usually people say SFL, views language as a social semiotic research people use to accomplish their purpose by expressing meaning in context. This perspective is refreshing to applied linguistics since it's over a Harvard for their work in SFL language must be studied in contexts such as professional setting and then classroom and the last in language test. For the first, I will tell you about an overview of systemic functional linguistics. Systemic functional linguistics, also called critical linguistics, is an approach to language developed by Holiday in 1985. While many of linguistic theories today are concerned with language as a mental process, SFL is closely related to with sociology. It explores how language is used in social contexts to achieve particular goals. SFL does not address how language is processed or represented with the brain, but rather look at the text produced, whether spoken or written, and its context. As it concerned with language use, SFL places more emphasis on language function, what it is used for, then on language structure or how it is composed. So there is two. The first is what it is used for, and the second is how it is composed. Okay, next. The first is context. From SFL, the point of view, language can only be understood in relation to its environment of use. The environment of language, seen as text and their component part, is called the content of situation, whereas the environment of language, seen as a system, it's a lexical system, lexical items and grammatical categories, is the context of culture. And then the context of situation is a theoretical construct for explaining how a text relates to the social process within which it is located. Context of situation consists of field, tenor, and mode. The first is field. Field refers to what the talk or the text is about. The example is of typical field are science, education, war, and then medicine, support, and specific fields are biology, microbiology, and then language education, English language education, and etc. The second is tenor. Tenor refers the people involved in the communication and the relationship between them. This includes power relation. The example is unequal, doctor or patient, and then teacher and student, and then friend with friend, student with student, and then formal for informality, the formal and informal, Closeness is distant and then natural and then close. And the last is the third. The third mode refers to what part the language is playing in the interaction and what form does it take. I mean, from the who spoken or written in this text. It is include role and calorie language accompanying nonverbal activity as when we talk as we cook together on constitutive. The event is defined by the language, as in a speech. Channel, written versus spoken or some mix. Directionally. Directionally channel or bidirectional or unidirectional allow only monologue, while a bidirectional channel allow dialogue. Okay, it's about uh, I tell you about an overview of systemic functional linguistics. And now I will tell you about my overview about the video YouTube. It's just a simple review. Okay. System of language is maintained in being through constant change in interaction with its environment, or this is metastable, and we will assume with the Terence Deacon and we think many others as well that in the past at least human language has careful a lot with the human brain. No, the immediate environment of language is the brain itself as model for us. Nah, and then linguist by Sidney Lamb in his relation network theory, the brain in this case is being seen as the interface between language. Yes, this is fantastic. We still have one this around. Well about this. Okay, thank you very much for the watch my video. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.